No pain, no gain. Coaches all over America have yelled it. We've seen it on t-shirts. Jane Fonda started it in the 80s. We're supposed to use that motto to grow and get better at things. But did you ever wonder, why does pain have to be part of it at all? Shouldn't our body and mind want to grow and get better? And shouldn't that not involve pain? In this video, I'd like to share with you my journey with running and how that let me see the pain part of that motto differently and realize gains in lots of other parts of my life. When I was 10 years old, I looked at running the same way a lot of non-runners do. What's the point? Let me get this straight. No one is chasing you, but you're still running? Just to run? Are you trying to make everybody feel bad about themselves? I didn't get it. I thought runners had a screw loose. The problem was my dad was a runner, and he wanted me to run with him. He took me out on my first run in the middle of August for a mile, which to a 10-year-old is basically a marathon. When we first started, I was like, yeah, I like this running thing. I could get used to it. Then at the half-mile point, the pain set in. My feet hurt. My shirt is drenched in sweat. I'm breathing heavily. And somehow that seemed dangerous to my health. I whined to my dad, when are we going to get back? When we finally got back to the driveway, as my dad is raving about how invigorating the run was, I was chanting in my mind, never again, never again. I just couldn't see any gain worth that pain. The problem is, when my dad said to do something, you did it. So the next day, the next week, the next years, when he asked me to run, I never said no. Fast forward 6 years from there, I was running on the varsity cross country team. Fast forward another 23 years after that, and I'm now running in the top 2% of runners for 5-kilometer races. So what happened to all that pain? Did I figure out a way to block it out or eliminate the signals? I didn't. I learned to see the pain associated with running differently, and it all started with Mr. Clark's 5th grade biology class. One day, he taught us about homeostasis. All the kids were like, homeo what? It was a fancy scientific word that meant the body likes to stay in balance. Everything within predefined limits, and when it goes outside of those limits, it wants to get back ASAP. Then I started thinking about running in homeostasis. I realized that every time I got better at running, I was actually pushing my body out of homeostasis. I was exceeding those predefined limits and holding it there for a sustained amount of time. When that happened, my body was like, what are you doing? Stop. The alarm system was firing off these pain signals and I felt out of control. But then I did a little research and I found out that something else was happening, something amazing. When pushed past its limits, my body was reacting with a storm of adaptive processes, activating unused parts of the system, accessing unused resources, diverting energy from one place to another, and optimizing processes to the point of zero waste. If I kept that up, day in and day out, despite that pain, my body would actually reorganize the whole ecosystem to give me upgraded limits. I essentially ordered an upgrade and my body did it. And I did it again and again. Each new homeostasis was better than the one before, with pain marking the transition between them. This doesn't just apply to physical processes either. The mind can be pushed past its limits and it will reorganize as well. Scientists call it neuroplasticity. You and I did this when we learned to walk, or learned to ride a bike. Any complex task, really. It's simple, but not easy. It requires patience and a willingness to keep going through that pain. But that pain can become a little bit more bearable if you see it within the context of this amazing reorganization process. Pain, at least the kind associated with growth, is the only way that you know you're doing it right. Here's your assignment. The next time you try something new or try to get better at something, and you feel that physical or mental pain, I want you to tell yourself, I'm ordering an upgrade. I'm asking for new muscle fibers or new synapses or just an optimization. Over time, your body and your mind will reorganize and give you exactly what you're asking for. You might be surprised how understanding how this amazing reorganization process works makes the pain more bearable and will help you get those gains. Thank you.